What's up, guys? Do you suffer with pulsatile tinnitus, hyperacusis, PET, which is patulous cessation tube, reactive tinnitus, all those above? I had all that. I had it for years and I finally managed to cure it, right? So if you want to listen to my video and my story and go through the steps what I did to finally eventually get rid of this nightmare in my head, then please stay by and listen, because it's very important that you do. Okay, so first of all, guys, welcome to my video, and this is going to be a long one, so I apologize in advance. I'd like to share my experience with tinnitus, hyperacusis, patulous cessation tube. I had all that. It's nasty, had it for years, and I just want to go through exactly what I did and what I didn't do to, I'd like to say the word cure, because I don't have it anymore. I can sit in a quiet room and it's like I don't hear anything, just the birds tweeting and everything else but the tinnitus, which is cool. I never thought I'd be silent, by the way. I was very conscious, I don't know what the word is. I didn't really want to make this video because I know how people are quite emotional about this subject and it's affecting their lives. So whatever I say, it's my own experience, and I just wanted to share this with you, and I just wanted to share the things I did to help it, and it's lowered and lowered, which lowered and lowered and lowered, and finally disappeared. So I do hope this video will help some people out there, because I was like you guys, looking for anything and anything that will help me. I understand this will trigger some people because of their emotional responses, but I don't mean to upset anyone, by the way. And whatever I do say, you know, I'm not a doctor, so I am going to go through some bits you'll probably need your doctor's advice, but personally I didn't, because I kind of knew what I was doing, so I did a lot of research into this. So yeah, let's start on my backstory, and then I go into how I got tinnitus and how it affected me personally and how I moved on from that, and then what steps I took to finally get rid of this noise inside my head. Okay, my backstory, how I got this in the first place. Okay, to be sure, I'm not too sure how I got this, but I've been adding it up in my head of how I actually got this. Number one, I had a car crash. It's quite a serious one, and I jolted my neck. Okay, I got whiplash as well, but the tinnitus didn't onset until like months after that as well. So between then and now, I started adding it up. So I think it may be because of that. And there's my 4x4 into a 2x2. And then I started taking medication for my bad neck from the car crash and that, which started giving me brain jolts in my head. I was like, what is that? And I started getting anxiety, which, see, it's all adding up now. And then because of that has given me jolts in my head, and I started getting anxiety and my stress levels went up. And months afterwards, I went to bed and I heard a whoosh, 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 straight away in my head. I was like, what is that noise? And a high pitch. And I was like, oh my God. And I started freaking out. And I was like, I need to go to the hospital. And they said, oh, we don't know what's going on. Like, you know, this standard hospital, they don't have a clue about all this stuff. And that lasted for months. That whoosh, it was like a 10 out of 10, generally 10 out of 10. I couldn't hear anyone talk. I was like, all I was thinking about was focusing on that. And I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh my God, this is me now. This is my life. And, you know, anxiety went through the roof, depression and all that stuff. Months after that, then it started slowly dying down. And I remember this. And I went to a party. Not a party, sorry. I went to a gathering. And then, long story short, I got in the car and I had an argument with someone. and they started shouting and screaming in my ear, and this tinnitus turned into hyperacusis overnight. Oh my God. If I thought tinnitus was bad, this hyperacusis was really bad. It's hurting my ears, traffic hurting my ears, touching my face like that. It sent shocks up my ears. I was like that. I couldn't speak to anyone. I couldn't hear anything. I sat in a room. I used to get a feeling coming up my neck. I feel like my hair's on end, and it was hurting my ears. Everything I was doing, even sitting in a room, different air pressures, stuff like that. It's so weird. I was like, this is horrible. And then it turned into reactive tinnitus. So all the things I was masking my other tinnitus, by the way, I forgot to mention that. I tried to mask my tinnitus with music and white noise, etc., etc. It was reacting to it. I was like, I can't mask it now. So it's even worse than it was before. And then I lost loads of weight. And then because of my depression and that, and like hyperacusis and all that, I was like, oh my God, I lost so much weight so fast. And I just developed something called patrocystal cystation tube. In your patrocystal cystation tube valves open all the time. So when I breathe from my nose, my ears used to pop and I used to be speaking in my head. Now I thought that's even worse than tinnitus. So I've got like triple going on. Yeah, it's mad. Then I started researching, okay, into what to do to help this tinnitus. And there's not much online, to be fair, you know. Oh, my number one thing, just do not ever go on those forums, because they put you in like a bad sense of mindset. So never go on tinnitus forums. That's number one thing. So I was like, I don't know what to do. What is tinnitus and what people think it is, and it's still no one knows really. Not even like ENTs. You go to an ENT or an audiologist, they've got tinnitus themselves. So if they've got tinnitus, then you've got no hope, you know? What did I start doing? Okay, let me break it down into like little subjects. What I started doing, what actually lowered my tinnitus and helped me, okay? So I thought it was like an inflammation thing, tinnitus. So I started implementing cold showers, cold baths. So that's sorted, like, because that reduces inflammation and stress levels, etc., etc. If you look up in cold showers, and that really helped lower my tinnitus. It didn't make it disappear, but it lowered it. And I was like, I thought that works, you know. I do that every day, so that's what I started doing. Okay, cold showers is 100% free. What I did look, I don't like cold showers at all, but I'm used to it now. I can literally just go in a cold shower and not think about it. I just stood in there and just turn it on, not even think about it. If you think about it too much, you won't do it. Just turn it on, let the cold shower hit you for like at least 3-4 minutes. I was like hitting my neck there and my neck there, and all my like tinnitus was just like, it started to like relief a bit. So it started going from a beep to a like a static sound in my head, but as my hyperacusis was still there because it's still reacting with the water, and it's like, oh my God. So yeah, so now I've got this sounds like a TV someone's left in my head, and it's like, this is ridiculous. But I knew like something was changing, so something was working, kind of thing, you know. That was within like a couple of weeks I started doing that, so that's good. And then I stumbled upon healthy eating. Like, I thought it was healthy in a way because I go to the gym and healthy eating. However, I was never a keto. Get this, right? I started eating more meat, more fat, and less carbs, okay? And then my tinnitus started low and low and low even more. So it went from a 10, and it went down, changed to an 8. And now I think I'm hovering about a 6-ish. I had a lot of weight to put on as well because I've lost loads of weight. And I thought, what can I do, because I'm keto, to put on more weight? So I was eating 6 eggs a day. I was eating 2 pounds of ground mince, liver, and anything you need, right? I'll stick it on the screen, right? I'm going to go into exactly what I ate because I did fast as well, which I'll go into as well. I ate once or twice a day, and if I did eat once a day, I'd have a massive, big omelette with everything in, which I'll show you a picture on the screen. And this omelette literally consisted of like 6 eggs, liver, sausage, bacon. I actually put kimchi on top because it helped your gut bacteria. Which was like I was a kind of ketovore kind of thing, like a carnivore ketovore, and raw cheese on top, and a burger, and that stuck weight on me so fast, which I needed to, and because I was sticking weight on it. Oh yeah, and bone marrow. Bone marrow is really good, by the way, for PET. Patchless station tube, and my patchless station tube actually disappeared, but my tinnitus still like hovered around this 5-6ish. I started exercising again, which is good, so I'm going out, like meeting new people, because I literally hid away. It just helped me just forget about it for a bit, and just, I don't know if it helps me, like exercising itself actually helped the tinnitus, but it's just helped me forget about it a little bit, just to get out there a bit and just enjoy life. So exercising, lift heavy weights, you know, sprinting, cycling, just go out there and just enjoy yourself. And that's what I did. And I started nose breathing as well, which really helps. So it helps the oxygen flow in your body, like that. Next, grounding. Okay, grounding. Why did I start grounding? Because, like, your ears are made of energy, aren't they? And the noise I had in my head is like electric noise. It's very strange. And I thought, and I stumbled upon grounding because you actually get negative electrons from the earth, and it goes through your body and it affects you in positive ways. And I put one and one together. I thought, electrons, start grounding, makes you feel good, getting the sunlight in your eyes. And believe it or not, from doing that, these above dropped my tinnitus from like a 6-ish to a 3-ish, I'd like to say. Yeah, I'd say. And I started looking deeper into this tinnitus thing, and I found like mold can affect tinnitus. So I looked around my house for mold, which I got rid of some, and I started buying plants. I'll tell you what plants I got. I got a snake plant and peace lily and aloe vera plant, and another plant I can't remember what it's called now, which I'll put on the screen anyway. And these house plants eat mold, so if you suffer with mold or anything like that, stick those in the house and it'll be fine. The supplements I took, which actually did help me as well, which did drop my tinnitus as well. And first of all, I'd like to go into a parasite supplement I took, because we all got parasites in our body, right? And it might indirectly causing tinnitus in your body, which I did also read on. I stumbled on. So I actually took Power. I stuck it on the screen exactly what I took. It's like the moon package deal thing. Took all the parasite stuff, Power 1, 2, 3, and another thing I took as well with it to help it all the flush out the parasites. And yeah, literally, I took that, and I actually excreted a parasite in the toilet, and I'll show it on the screen. If you're squeamish, look away now, because I actually got to show this on the toilet and on the screen now. And there it is. My tinnitus literally dropped, like from like a whatever it was before to like a 1, because I got rid of a parasite. How mad is that? You would have thought like a car crash, etc., a parasite. I get rid of that. A bit weird, isn't it? That's exactly what happened. So I started looking into what helped my nerves like repair fast, and it's vitamin B's. Okay, so the best form of vitamin B is nutritional yeast. unfortified. So I started sticking that in my omelette as well. Nutritional yeast, very good. I took vitamin E, this one. I can't remember why I was taking that, but I was taking it. And I was taking vitamin D when it's cold outside, because I live in England and it's always cold. I was taking vitamin D3 and K2. And if it is sunny out there, just get as much sun as you can. I can't stress that enough. I was taking CoQ10. That helps your electron chain for your mitochondria. Mitochondria is your power cell, house cells in your body, which, you know, electricity cells. I thought that will boost help the mitochondria in some way, which obviously worked. I was taking magnesium 7 breakthrough, which I'll put on the screen now because I don't have any on me at the moment. That's my vitamin D, by the way. I was also taking, in the mornings, I was taking iodine. That one specifically. It's because if you've got a thyroid problem, iodine actually just solves that. Apple cider vinegar. I took that. I'll take that. I'll still take it now once a day. It's like a cheat hack. It helps you digest as well. So yeah, apple cider vinegar I take. I wasn't drinking tap water. I'll mention that now because the stuff they put in tap water, I was drinking bottled water only. The main thing, which is quite new, well, it's not new, it's like being researched so much. I started taking, please do your own research, which is like a cheat hack to your mitochondria, right? And it puts oxygen in your cells and it really gives it a boost, kick up the arse, and it makes it start working, right? This methylene blue, okay? I don't know if it's going to focus on or not. Methylene blue, USP grade 1%, okay? It's got to be the USP, that's the only stuff you can digest, right? If you do the other stuff, it won't work. This one is the only one you can drink. That, plus the CoQ10, right, gave me so much energy, and it literally dropped my tinnitus really, really low. So low that I could barely hear it. It was like a 0.5 or something like that, something ridiculous. I really had to like listen out to it in a quiet room. So yes, that exactly what I was taking. Supplement I took is, it's not a supplement, it's a powder actually, and it's this Brumi Amla powder. Yeah. I took that half a teaspoon a day in the morning with everything else, and that literally, that cures your liver. If you've got any liver problems, whatever, that cures your liver. And the main supplement I would recommend as well, the main supplement you should be taking is liver. You cannot beat, I can't stress this enough, you can't beat liver. It's got everything you need in it. I know it tastes like but you get used to the taste, right? And stick it in your omelettes or whatever, and or freeze it and take it in pill form, and because if you freeze it and just swallow it, it's all right. Liver is the main one I'll be taking. Along with doing that, all that as well, I was fasting, okay? So I would eat once a day, most days, and once a month I did a 3 to 4 day dry fast, which I did a video on. I'll probably link that below. Why a dry fast? I'll tell you why a dry fast. If you read a book called The Phoenix Protocol of Dry Fasting, I can't remember who it's by, but just Amazon it or Google it, wherever. There's lots of benefits to dry fasting. Obviously get your doctor's permission. And I find dry fasting way easier than wet fasting, Dry fasting, I'm not hungry. Wet fasting, I'm hungry. How weird is that? And your body goes into autophagy really fast, okay? It means self-healing, self-eating, you know, your body's healing itself. And I also did that 3 to 4 times a month for 6 months, and that really helped. You won't feel the benefits until like weeks after of the repairing, but trust me, it does work, and that's probably one of the main things I'll do is definitely fast. And I'll still do it now because it's good for you. You know, you lose weight. Make sure you're a healthy weight first before you do this, and it helps your tinnitus. When I'm in my fast, I've got to say this, right? My tinnitus goes like worse, but afterwards it gets better. So, and it starts getting better and gradually getting better and better and better, and then, you know, it's gone now. So it obviously worked for me. Okay, you've done your fast and how to break a fast. This is how I break a fast. So I have a dry fast anyway. So I mix salt and water together, slowly drink that, have a couple of glasses within 2 hours, and then I'll have a bone broth. This helps repair your gut, and after that I'll have another bone broth. And before you know it, it's really late at night. This is what happened to me. And I have one boiled egg, and then I'll wait for the next day. And it depends how I feel and how hungry I am. I might have it at lunch or breakfast. I have another boiled egg. Then slowly build your digestion straight back up. Because if you put too much in your body, you will mess yourself up, okay? The slower the better. Then I have two boiled eggs, and I'll slowly start implementing a little bit of meat, a little bit of liver, until you're back to normal eating your big meal again, which is once a day. That's my omelette. So doing all this helped cure my tinnitus, and it indirectly I had Raynaud's disease. I cured my Raynaud's. It got rid of a cyst on my neck, and it got rid of my anxiety. So everything I did then literally cured all that indirectly as well. Okay, things not to do. Okay, and this is what I didn't do. I stopped drinking coffee or any stimulant drinks and stuff like that. No, do you know those EMF earbuds that fry your brain? Yeah, I didn't have earbuds in my head, no wireless earbuds and stuff like that. I didn't go on my phone much, and I didn't go around Wi-Fi too much as well. That kind of did help a bit. And I didn't sit about. I never sat about. I was up doing stuff and just trying to keep my mind busy. When it was bedtime, when I went to bed, like if I sat there, I was just trying to listen out to my tinnitus, try not to do that, put like a fan on, or if there's EMF on there, buy like a water feature from, I don't know, a pet store, and stick it on the side of your table and just listen to the water trickle and stuff like that. And that helped me go to sleep. This is my routine. Okay, let me go through my routine right now. Routine. Right, when I wake up, the first thing I do is apple cider vinegar. I have apple cider vinegar and water. I drink it through a straw because it'll rot your teeth. And then I have 5 drops of methylene blue and half a teaspoon of that. Not all in one glass, by the way. Different glasses. And iodine. Okay, I'll drink the iodine for the day actually. So I'll start in the morning, take it to work, drink for the day. And then I'll go to the gym, do a little workout, you know. And then after the gym, I get a really cold shower. And then I go to work. So I finish work about 5 o'clock-ish. Then that's when I eat. This is the only time I eat. Because I don't bring food to work. Because I don't eat seed oils, and it's all full of seed oils. You know, it's dirty seed oils. And then I make my omelette, because it doesn't take long at all. Massive omelette. And that's pretty much it. Then I take my vitamins with my food. All the vitamins I said before, I take it with my food. And then after my food, I have another 5 drops of methylene blue, and then I get an early night. Yes, I do get an early night. On the days I'm not working and it's nice outside, I get as much grounding as I possibly can. So my routine doesn't change, but instead of going to work, I go to the beach, I go in the sea, I walk around barefoot everywhere. I get as much grounding as I can, and that seems to really help my tinnitus when I had it, which I do recommend. Okay, and that's pretty much my routine really, and I just repeat that. If we could take anything, if I could choose one and take it away, it'd be your consistent mindset, your consistency of mindset. So choose one, work with that, choose another one. I wouldn't jump into anything straight away, like, you know, the healthy eating. I wouldn't jump straight into keto. I'd slowly transition into it. I wouldn't jump straight into it all together, otherwise you just burn out. Just do one step at a time. Start with cold showers, because it's easy. Start with, and then slowly go into grounding. It's free, it's easy. Start taking away caffeine. Start taking away, if you do smoke. Start, you know, in implementing all the stuff I've just talked about slowly over time. And then you'll slowly fall into a routine and it'll be easy. And you'll notice, I hope, like you'll notice your tinnitus will drop, you stop thinking about it more, and all of a sudden it'll be gone. So guys, I hope you liked my video. If you've got any questions, please comment down below, give a thumbs up, and please share my video if you know anyone that's suffering with tinnitus, hyperacusis, or anything like that. And I hope I can help. Like I said before, if you've got any questions, just ask me, because I'm happy to answer all questions, you know. And I'm so glad that I finally, you know, found a way to fix mine, and I hope this helps you. Peace. Oh yes, and before I go, like, my tinnitus was stuck between a 0.5 to a 1 for months, about a year. And like I said, consistency, doing what I was doing, it finally went. So if you feel like you're not going anywhere, literally just keep to doing what you're doing and it will finally go. Trust me.